Hey guys, welcome to Concept Hunter. Today we're going to talk about gravity. And yeah, it's just called gravity, and guess what the main mechanic is? It's about gravity! So there's nothing here that you've never seen before. Really, you've seen everything that there is in this game before, and specifically this is the main mechanic in VVVVVV, or VVVVVV, if you would like, or VVVVVV, I missed. But it's pretty much... You've seen this before, and there's nothing new here, and I really wish that people would try and do new things about, not just basic gravity, but the execution here is very nice, and it is difficult in the same vein of, you get hit once, you're dead, and you have to go back to the beginning of the level, and it becomes way more difficult in the later levels, and it is kind of like in that one-hit death, I want to be the guy fan games type of platformer, and it's done well. It has a couple of issues. Let's talk about them, but let's just see the game first. So, begin game. If you press space, something cool might happen. So, there's a lot of text in this game, and I don't feel that there's a need for that text, because there isn't. There isn't a need for that text. You could just say, press space, and that will be enough. There's a little bit of and I've been noticing a lot, and this is such a great example of that, so I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. You don't always have to talk to the player so much. You don't always have to be cheeky and cool. There doesn't need to be a story. Sometimes you could just let the game speak for itself. And there is nothing super unique about this game. There is nothing that requires you to talk so much to your players. You could just say press space, and I would see that space changes gravity, and that would be fine. You don't have to talk that much, and we'll see that in extended in more levels. If there is one thing that I really want to say, there's controller support, according to what I read in the description, which is awesome. But why the fuck is it space? Why isn't it like bottom or up arrow keys to just change gravity? Or, allow me to play the game with one hand instead of two. Just saying. Just, the basic stuff that I keep saying every single time. And this is the exit, which is fine. Be careful of flying off into space. That'd probably suck. So, you don't have to write anything in this level because I'll see that on my own. It is so obvious. And the text, to me, subtracts from the experience. Because it's unnecessary. It's just fluff. And fluff is always bad. This level, as an example, is exactly the same as the previous level. And you do have great progression later on, but here... This isn't anything. It's not really a level that's different. This one requires a little bit more because it requires one more press and it's a little bit more accurate. So this could actually be level 3 and you don't really need the previous level at all, in my opinion. Now, timing is your friend. Again, completely obvious. No need at all to tell me that with words whatsoever. The player will understand it on their own. And even giant blocks obey gravity. Again, the only possible thing that I could do is press this and see what happens. The only possible thing that I could do. So there's no need for you to say that at all. And the bigger they are, and they're exactly the same size as they are in the previous level. Exactly the same size as they are in the previous level. And here it'd have to be slightly faster. Okay. And here you complete it, the harder they fall. Again, they're exactly the same size. So now it is like... really just complete fluff in what you're saying because you're not actually saying anything. Actually, what should I do this, right? Other than that, it's actually kind of it's fun to understand exactly when should I move with these blocks that are a little bit difficult. Like here, it should be because I have different I move differently than the blocks. So the beginning of their fall the ease is what I'm looking for. The ease in the entire motion of falling is different, or at least that's how it feels. And so you need to find exactly where you need to do stuff. Shouldn't bang into sharp things, but whatever. Again, it's complete fluff, and there's just unnecessary. You could leave your games a lot cleaner, in my opinion. So that's the main thing. The space, the text, and other than that, it's a nice game with a couple of nicer levels. These are still relatively easy, but later on it does become very, very difficult, I'd say. And I have to commend, because I don't see this often enough, I have to commend the instant replay, which is just, if you die, you instantly go back. The one thing that I did want to say is about these guys, which are really, they're a little bit OP, I'd say. Yeah, I can dodge them forever here, but I don't like them. They're so specifically accurate on you. They don't even have any. This is where it becomes hard, actually. This is the sole mechanic that becomes hard. And I find myself, like, frantically tapping this in order to get a move on. This is the first level that's actually difficult, I'd say. And from here on out, it does not get any easier. It gets really, really annoying and really, really difficult. And there's something about the mechanic of the projectiles that feels a little bit off to me. Because up till now, I could have just stopped and waited and thought about what I wanted to do. And here I just have to constantly run, which is okay. But they seem like they're you usually expect homing missiles you'll be able to screw with them in some way. Meaning they're angular, no, it's not really angular velocity, but when they curve in order to change direction, when they're straight at you, they're usually faster when they just try to get at you. But if you move vertically, then the way that they try to catch up to you, they usually manage to, like, can go a little bit around you in a weird way. I hope I'm explaining myself terribly, but I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say. And these just strictly just go directly at you, and it feels a little bit... I don't love them. You should check out missiles. I'd say it's Super Meat Boy, and see how they work. I feel that's a better mechanic. Clearly it's a different mechanic and it's different levels, but that's my opinion. I dislike the homing missiles in this game a little bit. So yeah, that's Gravity. It's Riot Primogen. I liked it. I played it. I think I'm at level 17 out of 18. And then I just got too frustrated and just stopped playing. But other than that, it's a lovely little game. It's called Gravity. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching Concept Hunter, and I'll see you guys next time.